Greetings and welcome back, campers, to another exciting episode of the Thaumaturge. Victor is hot on the trail of a Bukavac. Bukavac? Or a Salutor, which we are trying to, I guess, maybe capture and add to our optional creatures. I guess to replace possibly Upir? I never not heard him say the name of his Salutor that he currently has with him. But it's a UPYR, so if you know the correct pronunciation, I guess you could try to let me know what it is phonetically. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and maybe confront this thing so that we can add it to our menagerie of Salutors. Alright, so... Wait, where'd the lady go? Did she... Okay, so I should go out. I'm looking for Vanya? Vesna, sorry. Oh, am I following her? God, what is it with games that you always move faster or much slower than the NPCs that you're supposed to walk with? Like scoot, 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 scoot. Alright, let's talk to Vesna about her murderous habits, inviting a Salutor into the area.
Please open up. There's no need to be afraid. Just open the door.
Gonna wear yourself out banging a door like that. Can't you see nobody there?
I'm looking for Vesna. I have to speak to her.
Am I stopping you? Nobody there. I'm sure she went to see the hubby at work. Go bother them in the clearing instead of pounding on an empty house door.
Thank you.
Oh, she must have snuck out while I was in the cemetery. Go to the forest clearing. All right, old lady. If I just go ahead of you, is that going to be an issue? Can I just scoot past you? All right, coachman, we have somewhere else to go. You're like my personal taxi service.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
More death, less life.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavac.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Vesna.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Not much to think about here. If we can help Vesna, then get this nag quick to clearing like Mr. Shulsky asks.
I guess everyone's coming with me to the clearing. Okie dokie. Why even bother having the loading screens when it just kind of immediately goes, hey, maybe he's running from the war like the others. Are you talking about me? Warm coat. Yeah, it's my comfy coat. Apparently I keep my hood on at all times.
Vesna, child. We have to talk.
You have to fight all these guys?
I'm not here to fight.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
I didn't
I
threaten
know
her.
what you did.
You don't know what you're saying.
On the contrary, she's the one who brought the Bukavac here. She killed Vasily. When the wise woman's spell didn't have an effect, you decided to finish him off yourself, didn't you? You're the one who killed your father.
Uh-oh.
And I'd do it again if I could.
Oh. Oh, is she gonna have that thing helping her out?
Get out of here!
Uh-oh.
Here you are, Bukavac.
Wait, does it have 6?
Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Start this whole ordeal about, no, you should only have 1. 2 can drive you insane. And I think I'm gonna be going for 4. Oh, difficulty level. Story. Combat is easier. This mode is for those wishing to focus on the story. Balance. Combat is challenging while allowing for a lot of freedom. I'm gonna go with balance, because it's always enjoyable to have some fun with the fights, but we also still want to get in-depth into the story. Sometimes it's more about the story than it is about, oh my god, the thing's gigantic. Fighting wild salutors. To defeat a wild salutor, You must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the wild Salutor sends more enemies against you. Oh, fun. I guess... Wait, adjust upgrades. Can I do that? Okay. I guess we're gonna start the fight. Wait, is that the husband? Planned attack? Reveal, resist focus, impose all negative face on you. Bloody penance. How many of these shadow things do I have to fight? Ow. States suffering. Alright. Bukavac has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read their descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. Suffering. Receives damage 2 at the end of every round. The effect stacks. Find 4. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so I took care of that shadow. Oh no, I gotta fight 2 shadows. Who the heck is that guy? I guess I can't make my thing concussed. Yeah. Woo. Okay. I don't know why it says a plan attack or it takes 2 turns. Ow. Rude. He made me suffer. Alright, that's fine. Is it bar? Oh, the bar at the top kind of tells you what's going on. Kick, wallop, howl. Health points. Oh, I guess I should have known that was gonna happen. Ow. Ow! Yeah! Yeah, thank you, Upier. I really needed that health increase. Improvement. Just bump. How many of these shadows does it get?
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Just needed my boy Rasputin to back me up. Okay. Nice. Taming a Salutor. You defeat Bukavac, the Deed Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieve the unachievable. I guess other people couldn't obtain additional Salutors because they didn't have a Rasputin to help them.
Unbelievable.
What?
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
Wait, why is it
The
my fault?
magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Whoa. That, you
Then
went.
kill me too. I was there. I saw everything. Vasily, bah. You're big men now. But when he was beating Vesna for years, no one lifted a finger. Bah. Now you're all so brave against her. Go home, pray better, and leave her alone.
Yes, listen to the lady. I meant she did still commit murder, so I don't know. Journal has been updated. Who did? Why are you waving at me? Okay. It must be. Things are peaceful here, but beyond the mountains, there's... Oh, wait. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Buligin, were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc in the turmoil. 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Oh, fun. Nope, not going that way. I guess I'm popping back on the train and what, going home now that I have two? I have a two. Hey, who are you? Who are you, traveler? You a time traveler?
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
What's I'm guessing an American doing in Georgia. Am I in Georgia or am I in Poland? I think I'm in Georgia. That's strange. Are you... No? Okay. Well, let me just upgrade my stuff. Alright, cool. Alright, well, that was done. Alright, is there anything in here that I need to interact with? I think I missed some stuff last time. Here and there. I don't know how important it is. Hey, Postmaster. Why is there an American
I wanted
here?
to send 2 telegrams. One to Warsaw and one to Paris.
And how do I know where Albuquerque
Mr.
is?
Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail.
We were supposed to. Thanks for
My
not.
condolences about your father.
Oh, snap! My awful father has died, probably.
Do you still want to send something?
I probably have conflicted feelings about my father based on my vision.
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukavac, it troubled me.
Yeah?
I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect.
Well,
And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I don't know about your father's death. Sure. You know, let's just be completely
I've
open and
just heard
honest
that
in this
my
playthrough.
father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
Yeah, he wasn't
What
particularly
do you
kind in
intend
his
to do
final
now?
words. I intend to say you've just had to change your plans. Say that you've got to go to Warsaw. I mean, I guess I could still go. I'm going to Poland, probably. Sure. I mean, I guess.
I
don't
have
know
to
which one would
bury
be
my
most
father
honest.
in Warsaw.
Oh. So I'm Polish.
What about you?
I think I already knew that.
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor. Have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Excuse? Say no. Ask if that's a threat. No?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it.
That,
This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it.
you talking about Archduke
Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Oh, that train was very sneaky. Well, I mean, I think it's 1905, which is about 10-ish years before World War One. The Thaumaturge. Hey, that's me. That's what I am. The, as in, am I the main focus of this issue? Oh, I guess I could have read that. I actually had time. Probably could have read that too. Oops. Guessing the house has seen better days. Oh, nope, it's a dream. Or a vision. Both? Maybe it's a nightmare. Just gonna kind of take it all in like a movie. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
Not under circumstances like these. Read him what the papers say about Warsaw. Tell him what you think about Warsaw. I will tell him what the papers say.
The only person I consider close is my sister. But Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
I mean, that is true. The newspapers do like to print sensational nonsense because people don't want to buy. Everything's fine and dandy. People want to buy excitement, and those things were exciting. Tell him what you sensed in the passengers on your journey. Go back to reading the paper. No, we'll divert. Rasputin is right.
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three petitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves.
Ooh,
I've gotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Share a few observations. Yeah, sure, why not? Why would I go back to reading the paper?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Yeah.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warsaw.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I don't totally agree with that perspective.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Oh. How well known is Rasputin outside of Russia? They know about him in, Poland, Georgia. Ooh, I'm feeling something. Maybe I'll take my dad's Thaumaturge if he had one. If it's like a family thing. Or it's that guy who just walked by me. I mean, I know it's called Warsaw is under our who?
When people unite, empires fall.
Mm-hmm. That's common. I can never catch a streetcar. Well, don't catch it. Like, you never can get one, or you can never find one. Maybe I should rat the gaffer twit. I can never catch a streetcar. Yeah, okay. Streetcars are apparently hard to catch. Go to your father's funeral at Bukavac Cemetery. No, I got off the train and, like, something shook me. Oh, maybe I should leave. Alright, let's go to my father's then. Arise, wretched of the earth. Obtain the Thaumaturge point. Wait, I got a point just by coming here? You just give me all the stuff. Okay. Alright, so I just updated some stuff. Do some light reading. The chief of police of the city of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that, in connection with their majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the streets on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently near major thoroughfares to protest against thaumaturges. Oh, they know what I am. Okay. And demand that His Majesty officially condemn thaumaturges as charlatans and a menace to humanity. Yesterday, near Rymarska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that thaumaturgy be punishable by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police unit dispatched on the scene. Oh, okay. Maybe I want to keep my thaumaturgy a little quiet while I'm out here in Warsaw. They don't seem to like me or what I do. Wanted notice. To all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of Abarsi Niedzvich, leader of the Shivs gang, recently seen near Bova Street. Blonde, blue-eyed, round face, sizable. Oh yeah, well that's everyone. Distinctive marks, dark circles under his eyes signifying exceptional anger. He is a thief and murderer, particularly active in the Thaumaturge area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded. Okay. I don't know who that... that name was really hard to pronounce. There's paper on the ground. Anti-Thaumaturge leaflets. Citizen! Beware of thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society. Let us protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let us get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that thaumaturge brains are burned out from thoughts that go against nature. Hence, they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Let us act now before it is too late. Wow, seems a little extreme. Our understanding of brain science at this time was limited to none. Today, the Supreme Order of August 28 was announced. The Governor General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Markismovich, will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He will be replaced by his second in command, Adjutant General Scallon. Whoa! There's a lot of fun consonants and vowels in this place. At least to read. I'm looking for stuff. I'm looking for interactions. Oh, something on the ground. What's that? I'm gonna read that. The 11-hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike, put down your tools, and join the fight for our future. What, you don't want to work 12-hour days anymore? Am I just reading a whole bunch of stuff? Tragedy on the Marszałkowska Street. Several people have died in a building collapse, including the respected Warsaw entrepreneur Stanislaw Szulski. No one seemed to know the cause of the accident, defective construction of the building, or a deliberate attack. All we know is it could not have been foreseen. Shock and awe. The tenement house was inhabited by 4 families. 3 of them are now in mourning after losing their loved ones. The Boguslawiskis lost their children. Mr. and Mrs. Grodecki lost their lives. And Franciszek Konskowolski, the owner of a pram and linen factory warehouse, perished in the collapse. The case is being investigated by the police, while residents are advised caution when walking on city streets. Fun. Yeah, that's what that collapse I saw. Maybe I envisioned the collapse, or I read about it, and that's why I know it collapsed. Can't go that way. Do people just see me walking around and snapping my fingers? Alright, let's go to the southern Thaumaturge. I apologize for anyone native to Poland, Georgia, or Russia, and I'm butchering these words.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skałon.
A butcher.
Keep listening. I'm gonna...
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
Give an evasive. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
Okay.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warsaw. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Well, he's going to disappear.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Poliaki. We won that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
Say you think she took you for one of her lackeys.
That seems more like a job for the servants, young lady.
Go ahead. Look down. Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
Ask her what she... What?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I can influence
Or
people.
I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy.
Say you could have handed her in. Are you?
Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
Say you could have handed her in.
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
Oh.
I'm going to take a look around.
Alright, excuse me while I snap my fingers. Oop. Bullets that fell from under the woman's dress scattered the pavement. Small bullets carry big emotions. Hope, because they were meant to benefit the cause. Fear, which in these difficult times makes its way to even the hardiest of hearts. And determination, the companion of courage, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarments with care and precision, just like the previous time and the time before that. This is nothing new for the person who took the risk. Interesting. Oop. Oh, wait, I didn't want to talk to her yet.
Still haven't squealed on me?
I'm looking
going to
around.
take a look around.
Yeah, hold on. That was an oopsie. Workers leader. Here, see me convulsing with him.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Maybe. Ask if he wants bloodshed here.
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine? Fuck off!
Okay, that's not what I thought that would say. Corporal, Sergeant? How do I... There we go. A police barrier meant to help with keeping order during the rally. Oh. The seemingly ordinary barrier carries the memories of a hand whose firm grip represents the determination of the one who controls it. It was a gendarme commander who set up the barrier, carrying in his heart a desire to return to the warmth of his home. All he needed was a scapegoat. I see. Corporal, let's talk to the sergeant. He's in charge, I think.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Oh, gendarmes are ready to pass by the crowd. They won't hesitate to arrest those who draw their attention. I might want to just nope out of there. The manhunt at the station. The sergeant wants to call it a day and go home as fast as possible. A manhunt entails a lot of work that he'd rather avoid. With a little nudge, he might settle for taking in the agitators and letting the rest go. The workers' leader is the perfect for the role.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't talk to you first. Make the sergeant accuse the worker. Hand Wanda over to them. Invoke your last name. Goad the police officers into fighting. Make the sergeant accuse the worker. D2. Oh, I don't know what's nice to know, but I have 2 of these, so I can move it up. Move it up the line. Sure. I can use my pride. But,
Достаточно. Should we go in and capture the worker who's mouthing off and let the rest go?
Da, Sergeant. We can use anyone as an example.
Shagom march!
Nobody sees me doing little finger motions on my book.
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
I wanted to thank you at our next meeting. We could use someone like you.
What, Thaumaturge?
We? Meaning the people you were carrying ammunition for and who got you Dutch pomade for your hair.
You haven't just got pretty eyes, you know how to use them. Maybe you'll find time one day for some jam donuts at Burke Rotblitz's.
I feel like she has a very Western English accent of like an American, like the guy at the traveler at the train station, where most of the other people's kind of have accents of the Polish, Georgian, Russian variety. I'm sure they're all very distinctly different. I just haven't learned how to tell them yet. Fearless Wanda, the smuggler of bullets, proposed a meeting at Burke Rotblitz's for some, jelly donuts? Nice. The woman I met during the kettling incident was smuggling bullets in the nooks and crannies of her undergarments. Clearly, it wasn't the first time she'd done that. Unfortunately, this time the garter didn't hold, and the bullets fell onto the pavement. Maybe fate will have us cross paths again, and we'll meet at Burke Rotblitz's for jam donuts. Donuts sounds delightful right now. Alright, I guess I can't go that way anymore. Oh, did the police clear out? Did everyone leave? Am I required to go a certain way? Okay. Oh. This is a big map. It's a giant map. Get a carriage. To where? Alright. Maybe my memories don't go past that thing because I don't know any of that. Okay. Snippity, snappity, snippity, snip. Licking my fingers, making a tick. What can I find? We'll find it now with a tickety tackety tackety tack. You know, if the Tsar was there and people knew, I guess it's really hard to find bullets. Oh? Inaugural concert of the Warsaw Philharmonic, November 5th at 5 p.m., 5 Jasna Street. Ignacy Jan Paderewski will perform with Emil Mynarski conducting the orchestra. After the concert, a reception will be held at the Kronenberg Palace. Fun! Sounds delightful. I have like 6 new things to focus on. Oh my god, how many things are around here? Police station! Why am I going to the police station? Wait, did I find something or something? I mean, now there's a whole lot of running around to figure out. A door I cannot access. Real Hotel, apartment 213, locked. Mermaid City Sun. Go to your father's funeral at Boask. Okay, alright. I think I should probably just head there because everything's locked. It's too early to do anything exciting except go to the police station. And why would I go to the police station? Although maybe I should. Nope, I'm gonna go to my father's funeral. Maybe I can help find that criminal later. The one with the blue hair and blonde eyes. Blonde eyes and blue hair? Nope, still said that wrong. Blonde hair, blue eyes. There we go. A round face and normal stature, whatever that means. Are they building a rail? Oh, alright. Take me to my father's funeral, please. The house collapse. The cemetery. Travel. I hope this is free. Or maybe I just say my name. Alright. Now where? Oh, all this stuff to read. I guess it would kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the world. Warsaw, 16 Targowa Street, offers first-rate decorations and equipment. It arranges funerals ranging from humble to the most extravagant. Very low prices. Okie dokie. Alright, I have 6 things I need to make go away. Just, it's pretty cool that reading stuff gets you things. I'm gonna develop that one now, I guess. Okie dokie. Shady guy? Why am I talking to a shady guy?
Excuse me, what's going on here?
They're burying Satan in sacred ground.
Some of those assembled believe it to be sacrilege. Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. What is your opinion, considering the book at your side?
He's a tempermancer. Don't let him through.
Tell them to get out of your way. Not only to draw us from your flawed pride, but also feed it more. Force your way through. Say what you think. Tell them to get out of your way.
I'm asking you kindly, get out of my way before things get nasty.
Get that heretic with fire and sword.
Okay. There was a fist fight. You know what? We're just gonna start the fight. Who am I going to use? Selecting yourself or a salutor. Alright, you can preview your both viewer and shelter skills. This will help you plan your attack. Alright. Summoning another salutor. You can summon another salutor at any time. A green frame around the salutor's image means they are exceptionally effective in a fight with the given enemy. Read this description above the salutor to find out why they will be useful in a moment. You know what? I'm gonna... Diversion, old wound. Increase the damage from the salutor's next attack by 50%. Yeah, I guess he's a good one to use for this fight. I don't need any health at the moment. Bloody Penance. Inflict damage to the target's health points determines how much damage the skill inflicts. The more health points, the higher the damage. Nice! Yeah. Now hurt him. Oh. I don't know why these people want to start fights with me. Yeah, just take them out. Bloody Penance. Liberate me to reduce focus. Removes all negative access from you. Bloody Penance. And you done? Enemy reinforcements are on the way. What? Uh-oh. Thank you, Upiar. Did I finish the fight before? Oh, he's got a gun. Traits. Enemies that can have a trait that makes them immune to your attacks. Traits are related to different dimensions, and they can be disabled. To disable an enemy's trait, attack them with a Thaumaturge that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. Note that if you don't have the required dimension force, you can take away all of the opponent's focus and launch a strong attack. Okay. Version reduces focus, restores your focus. All will increase the damage from the Thaumaturge's next attack by 50%. Oh, okay. So the dimension of heart can be disabled and indicate an enemy's trait. Some reduces focus, removes all negative states from you. Complications. Reduce restores health points by 40% if the effect stacks. We'll do this for now. Version reduces focus, restores your focus. He's got a gun. Bloody penance. Based on attacks will be more effective against this enemy. Sure, let's use. Oh my god, this thing's tearing. Bloody wedding. What? Inflicts damage equal to 8 for each enemy afflicted by a suffering state. Inflicts damage, the lower the enemy's health points, the faster the skill speed. Cast state suffering on enemy. Oh, where'd I get a gun from?
That was so enchanting. Spectacular. You with a scowl and a puffed out chest, and them dropping like flies in the blink of an eye. Collapsing on their own, becoming delirious? Extraordinary.
What?
Can we meet for an interview?
Thank you, but I'm already late.
What the heck? That thing is terrifying. Saturday, 7 a.m. Votive service in honor of Our Lady of the Rosary for the intention of the brothers and sisters of the confraternity of the Holy Rosary. Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loreto with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. Okie dokie. Obituary notice. Late Francisci Hilmetel went to be with the Lord following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18, 1905, at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anna's Church on Krakowski, Przdmieszczy, on August 25th at 11, followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb at Provatsky Cemetery. Oh my god. Do I have to go into the cemetery right now? I know I'm already late for the funeral, but... Alright. I'll go to the father's cemetery after dealing with that weird fight. I guess kids do sidewalk chalk forever and ever. A parking job like that. That's funny. Wait, they could have parked in that little gap right there. Why are they so far out? Yeah, okay. Wait, what? Who's that? I know, I'm supposed to be going to the funeral, but... Drink hot chocolate. What? From the Americas? A sweet aftertaste with a hint of bitterness. A postcard from the overseas world, where the song of heavenly birds meets the rattle of slave chains. Fun! Oh yeah, I guess they still had slavery down south. Or South America. Wow. Note with an advertisement. Men's tailor Roshida Brudsky accepts all manner of tailoring work, offering the lowest possible prices. Alright, that's just an ad. Catch a tram? No, I can't. I have to go to the funeral. I'm already late. Okay, I guess I'm not talking to that lady. Am I just gonna check out things? Rest in peace, Marta Winoska, Polish stage artist. Okay. To my beloved daughter, a woeful mother. Oh. 1981, or 1891, he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside what he was. Never you mind. Oh, okay. How far in is my father's thing? So it's Stanislaw, I think. Anyway, we're gonna continue looking through the place where they keep dead bodies. Interesting that some of these are readable and some of these are not. Graf and Marie Mukhanov. Are they Sein Tochter? Caligris. Are they German? I think that was German. Thaumaturge point. Yay, for reading people's tombstones. Which is strange. I still think it's funny that I get experience by just reading everything that's going on in the world. A lot of exposition. Exposition gives you points. Maybe that's why I'm leveling up so fast. Or is this leveling up? How very strange. Okay, so that's what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, I'm going to the funeral. I think. Gotta find it first. Guessing I'm talking to this guy, Mr. Sulski. Could I have a quick word? Fine.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
Could that your father didn't have a heart. Ooh, bride.
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a heart.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
I don't know if I'll have a positive experience with this interaction with him, but such enormous tombs, what use are they to anybody? I don't know. Oh, I go in? Shusky family mausoleum. How many people are inside this thing?
I knew you'd turn up.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Not a turnip.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well. Ligia said he found some quack healer.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Voronin, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister. She's worried. We'll talk at home.
At what? Which home? My home
Sister?
collapsed.
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Wait, she said her mom doesn't normally attend family gatherings like this. Do people die often in their family? Yeah. Stay to say goodbye to your father. Put that off until later. You know, I'll just say goodbye.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Yeah. Was Uncle Vonor making excuses for his terrible father?
So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. Read the obituary aloud.
After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth.
Oh, wow. Mention the dream you had after Rasputin hypnotized you. Sure.
The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 salutars.
Yeah, even now that you've said your goodbyes. Say goodbye sincerely. What do you mean? Why is one gold and one's white?
Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
A little bit. Say he interrupted your moment of personal reflection. Ask how long he's been eavesdropping. Proud answer. It not only draws from your flawed prize level, but will also feed it even more. Ask how long he's been eavesdropping.
Have you been eavesdropping like that for long?
All my life. I came to pay my respects to the dead.
No respect is
Stanislav and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Shulsky, isn't it?
Happened to your face?
Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
For now. That's none of his business.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
Sure. Mysterious figure.
I didn't catch your name.
He didn't give it.
My name's Kaniechkin. Ivan Kaniechkin. Goodbye.
Still says man after he tells me who he is.
Such interesting friends you had.
Oh?
I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Strange. What's causing the rumbles? Oh? Boutique with a note. Bouquet with a note. A few flowers gathered together and a note. You were closer to me than I could ever admit, and now you're gone. My heart is yearning. S. Excuse? The simple words contain a sea of sadness and longing. The letter was written with a trembling heart that cannot come to terms with the loss. It seems that someone was greatly affected by your father's death. Funeral wreath. Someone has left a note next to the simple wreath. We had our differences regarding methods, but we share the same goal. We will carry on, and you rest in peace, brother. Your friends and Thaumaturge. Interesting. The note features condolences from friends in Thaumaturge. Apparently, father must have kept in touch with other people in our profession. Wreath with a note. Eat dirt, Shulsky. Someone has left an unusual note to the generic funeral wreath. More of my kind. The wreath was thrown carelessly, but some time and effort went into the words in the note. Several versions were written, all of which seemed insufficiently offensive to the author. In the end, he decided on the simple yet eloquent, eat dirt, Shulsky. Trace unknown. More people than I would have guessed came to say their farewells to father. It turns out that he had both friends who were clearly affected by his death and enemies who found it exceptionally pleasing. Well, it seems father evoked extreme emotions in the people he had encountered during his life. Yeah, I don't seem to be very upset with him. I'm not even gonna try that. Guessing it's family. Nikodem Shulski. Alright, so my mom is Nadia, and she didn't come to the funeral. Which I guess is normal. And now it's raining. Well, boo. Go to your family home in northern Srodmieści? I did a click-it and a clack-it and a snapping my fingers. Oh.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros postmortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Chase the hyena away. Ask Lygia if you ought to intervene. Don't cause problems for her.
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Sure.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
And I don't really want to stand out in the rain anymore. Hurry up, we'll get soaked. All right. Wait, oh. I guess, I don't want to stand out in the rain anymore. Maybe they're trying to encourage you not to hang out too much outside. Because it's raining! As they wait for me, I guess?
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Okie doke.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Okay.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Tell her to make cocoa for Lygia.
Make an extra creamy one for Lygia.
Lygia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her.
Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time.
It's lovely to see you again.
But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Alright, thank you. Does my home have secret things to find? Who are all these people in my house? Are they just here for the food? Oh, that's fire. Petya Voronin. Who's that?
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today. But you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
Oh.
We'll have to meet up again.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Alright. So that's interesting way of saying later or goodbye. What's this? The Warsaw Courier, Evening Extra. Here is the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty's Emperor Nikolai's second speech today, a moment after our gracious Emperor announced Grigory Scalon as the new governor general of Warsaw. A group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmerie were quick to get the situation under control. However, a few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody. 30 people? How do they get 30 people under control? Guns? Probably guns. Guns will do that. Dad. Father's portrait. The portrait depicts father in his twilight years, the serious expression on his face, the proud posture, and the grimoire in his hand, combined with the dark background and lack of embellishments. It all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislaw, however. A faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Apparently, artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument for capturing the thaumaturgic aura. Basement? Why would I go in the basement? I mean, I guess might as well explore my whole house. Voronin, don't drink so much. Grazina's liquor recipe. Oh, pour a pot of ripe, duly pickled say fruits. I don't need to read that entire ingredient unless you want to pause it and make your own.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
You can have one.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement.
Guessing I'm going to the basement to look for it.
But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
I don't know what's gonna get you first, Uncle. Your drinking habits or your age? Clean and pluck the capon while warm. Burn off the remaining feathers and knots over the fire. Slice up. Okay, dinner recipe. What? Okay. Don't see how that's super useful. All right, I'm gonna go find some Keen's amber liquor. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of memories and feelings down here. A bottle of white wine from southern France, an expensive beverage popular among the aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take on a romantic edge, a beverage enjoyed by the upper crust given to a man by a woman. A small bottle of quince liqueur with amber, a beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes a sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life, an element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. Huh. Who's this? Is that Mom? Mother's portrait. A portrait of Mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and a silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulder. Her long dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle, that's not how I remembered her. Nadia, as a young, unkept maiden, it's hard to believe this shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era, a time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions, poems were created to the sound of a storm, love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting? A bottle of red wine from the United States, hard to get. An inability to articulate brought on by the great surprise clings to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat despite the adoration for this particular liqueur. It is a favorite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. From Lygia. Every bottle found in the Shulsky cellar contains a creditable beverage. Uncle Voronin wouldn't disregard any of them. Is that everything in the basement? Yeah. Bunch of liquor and a photo. Which is odd. I mean, it's what you keep in the basement. Is this house lit with electricity, I'm guessing? Yep. What's this? Salmon. Bust of Morana. Stern, the countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotion. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. It makes me think of the words, if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Fun. I'll join my sister in a minute. I gotta give Uncle Voronin his liqueur.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
Give him a bottle of liqueur. Give him a bottle of red wine. Give him a bottle of white wine. I'll just give him what he was looking for.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead.
How many funerals did you go
to? Recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive.
Oh?
What then? Am I drinking alone?
Propose your own toast. Raise a toast in silence. Drink to an easy death. Propose your own toast. Yeah. Father was terrible. He was an awful man.
May the ground be soft, Father. I'm not betting there's an afterlife.
Yeah, you drink to that, because you know he was terrible.
Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Sure.
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Hear out the lawyer in silence. Yeah, I'll just be quiet about it. I know I could add to my pride.
Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter, Lygia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Lygia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Adroit them both and say you'll wait in the kitchen. Wait for the end of the ceremony. Ask if your mother is getting anything.
Now, Mr. Fedorov, what did my father leave my mother?
Victor, be serious.
Nothing. There is a special item reflecting the absolute lack of any bequest to my former spouse, Nadia Fyodorovna Voronina.
Congratulate them both and say you'll wait in the kitchen.
I wish you success with your business and your hunting. I'm going to have something to eat before heading off.
Just a moment yet, Mr. Shulsky. Your name is also mentioned here.
Oh, Lord.
A last-minute plot twist.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
Fun! The Mermaid City's son. Somebody went and
Did
stole
father
my...
have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Find out where this happened.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Is that what that rubble on there was?
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Even he didn't deserve this. Emphasize that karma comes back.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me. What he did to the Niedzic's family.
You've got to know that Papa felt guilty, even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him, but I can't criticize him either. Even I don't know what really happened back then with Aborice.
An accident is what happened, and father treated 2 kids like the worst disgraces in the world. As if it had been premeditated.
When a person dies so suddenly, their unfinished business remains. We'll never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
Say you'll look through Father's things, admit the building is a good lead, ask about Ivan Kolnichkin, ask about Mordecai Chajat. Can I ask all of these things?
And where are father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
Okay.
As you wish.
Go to the store. Ask about Mordecai Chayat.
And Mordecai Chayat.
Chayat.
Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Ivan Konieczkin.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin.
Ivan.
Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
No, but
that's true.
Those two names are
You've
prominent.
got your work cut out for you.
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
My sister is very forgiving, although she might just be in shock with the whole situation. Well, oh wow. I have 2 updates? Damn! Alright. Oh, let's talk to my Upir.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
Okay. It's interesting, like, these conversations you have are all very one-sided. Oh, wow, this house is full of memories. Books in hard leather bindings with many bookmarks. Father would pore over the yellowed pages again and again, reading the same words over and over, trying to extract meaning from them. He repeated the words about dedication and the necessity of sacrifice like a mantra, slamming shut one volume and reaching for another. What does it all mean? Suitcase. A leather suitcase bearing traces of many travels. Grains of desert sands from Father's trip to Africa had settled on the suitcase. He would set it aside, spinning plans for future voyages into the unknown regions of the material world, searching for what was hidden behind the veil of reality. A wooden mask representing a salutor known as Shirael. The demonic countenance is clothed in the hope that clung to it first and the satisfaction that soon followed. It seems that Father had plans for Shirael, which is eventually managed to fulfill. So was that his salutor? Looks like everyone's gone now. The human heart is worth more than all the riches in the material world. Tonight, SR. A letter addressed to Father and signed with the initials SR. The message only appears to be brief. In fact, the pen strokes were accompanied by an accelerated heartbeat, motivated by a restrained fondness for the addressee. The ink is dripping with special care and warmth that have seeped into the paper. Is that the person who left the note that said from S? Why am I going up to look at that? Shulsky family portrait. Oh yeah, they kind of looked at it. Oh yeah, so father, mother, and the 2 kids. Our family portrait, I can remember when it was taken. The year was 1884, and Ligia and I were 9 years old at the time. She was clearly tense, and I remembered how mother admonished her not to smile, not to fidget, and to stand straight. Ligia was to take the cue from her. Mother was able to freeze like a statue and sit there, barely breathing, for a couple of hours. I, on the other hand, posing nonchalantly, was always more unrestrained than my sister, and I could get away with more. Behind us, our father, the head of the family, one hand resting patronizingly on the back of the chaise lounge, asserting his ownership, to the other holding a grimoire. The black grimoire behind father, a shadow, as if a shape was emerging and forming, indicating another presence. That's Baelberith. The family is complete. Huh. More things to find. Collection of books on the occult. The grimoires of historical occultists brim with paternal inquisitiveness. The worn pages, full of annotations in the margins, bear the marks of frequent reading, his heart beating with excitement. Father explored mysteries of demonology, thus expanding his horizons. Father's thoughts were recently occupied with a search for knowledge that bordered on the obsessive. This is related to something much more than his usual curiosity about the world, which I remember him for. He was looking for something, hunting for salutors, exploring the mysteries of everything related to thaumaturgy. The only thing I still don't know is where it led him. Stanislaus' last will. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we cover that? Obtain a thaumaturgy point. I am just leveling up like crazy. Oh, it keeps going. Wait, do they get more intense? Do they upgrade themselves eventually beyond what they are? That's scary. 2. What? Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, we're gonna upgrade the adrenaline rush. Fascinating. Open. I'm in the bathroom. Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. Compared to Crowley's Ars Goetia, there are 3 fewer demons. No evil evidence that all demons are salutors. Bathim, a false lead. Pusil, a false lead. Anton claims to have subjugated Orobas, mere boasting. Marcos says, expect it to take on the form of a wolf with the wings of a griffin and the tail of a snake. According to Duplancy, he takes the form of a wild lioness. Interesting observation by Crowley. Demons are unexplored fragments of our mind. However, in appearance, it resembles an ox with wings. A lead for Sabinok, unknown. Huh. Just some light bathroom reading. Oh. Charred letter. My love for you is burning. It keeps me from eating. It keeps me from sleeping. It keeps me from living. Ligia, I am begging you to end my agony. Agree to be my... Am I in my sister's room? I should probably not be in here. Message from mother. Dear child, stop. It is with great sorrow that I have received the news of Stanislaus' death. Stop. Oh, it's a telegram. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. My duties in Paris keep me from traveling to Warsaw at this time. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. At the cemetery in Montmorency on Sunday, the body of the distinguished writer and citizen of the state, Silverenia Duchinska, was laid to rest. Huh. Oh, wow. 91. 45. 60. Oh, 63. Okay. So all these people died that day? Or were being laid to rest? They died random different days. I'm writing to you because sleep eludes me. As I wrote before, I have found a suitable candidate. However, I'm still struggling to reach his flaw. I feel that Paimon is within my reach. I even saw him, vaguely, but I did. I'll stop here because my nerves prevent me from continuing. P.S. Yes, I will be careful. Don't think me a fool like father. Oh, I wrote that letter. I feel well enough to write something to you. The doctor also recommended I do so. I'm not alone. Oh, I'm not alone in my anguish. I share a room with one Rifford Morton, whose last name escapes me. They brought him from London, Dr. Seward's clinic, a very interesting case. He spends his days hunting for the moths, cockroaches, ladybugs, and beetles that come here. Sometimes he eats them. He says it gives him strength to wait for the coming of the Lord. But I don't think he means the Savior. I cannot yet reconstruct all the details after the debacle with Paimon. My mind is still in tatters. Paimon visited me no more than a week ago. I know that that's impossible. It's probably happened only in my mind, but it was so clear. He, as the king of hell with his host of demons, with the shadows of his penitents, called for me to join them. It was so real. I'll stop here. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. W. This is when he went a little bit crazy, when he was trying to catch the Salutor. Oh, what's this? Get changed. I can change my clothes. Neat. Okay, I don't have anything to change into, but this is my room, I guess. Or it was my room at one point. Serious photo, straight back, stern expression, the noses in the air. Two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. I'm guessing something happened that one of them died. Hence, father was upset with me when that happened. I've already examined this statue. Bust of Siren. Oh, sharp avian features bear a wild, disturbing kind of beauty. They make you want to fall into her clutches and be lulled into an eternal dream by her sweet song. Yet, her cryptic slight smile makes a subconscious primal part of your being cower away from the predator. But into a soul, the only fair price for the bliss of giving yourself up to that enchanting creature? Oh. Phone call. I wonder if I just ignore it. Well, yeah, they don't have answering machines. It'll just ring and ring and ring until I answer it. Drink hot chocolate. Yes. I'm a thirsty. Do you know the secret of time travel? It requires but one sip of cocoa. All of a sudden, Ligia is reading a book in front of the fireplace, and I'm stacking building blocks. My parents are arguing in the smoky room. It's a warm day, and then everything goes to hell. Cacao. I wonder if they drink it with sugar. Have some liqueur. Let me talk to Graznia before I answer the
Master
phone.
Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
I already had some.
Will there happen to be anything stronger?
I see you're all grown up. There's still a little homemade liqueur if Judge Voronin's not polished it all off. Help yourself. It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
Ask about my sister. Yeah, ask about
Ligia
my
won't
sister.
open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is heavy, though she doesn't show it, but she's strong. She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in, and it's good she's got you to help now, Master. Only she started smoking like a chimney. She takes after her father, no question about it.
She sounds very stressed.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crashed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death. Sheer cruelty. Mr. Shulsky didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
You and I have very different opinions
That
on my
won't
father.
take long.
You guys to talk about Stanislav's death.
So, this death, what do you make of it, Grażynka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Shulsky. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grażynka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers had a hand in it?
Do you mean it could have something to do with thaumaturgy?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, Master.
All right.
Another time, Grażynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master.
All right, Grażynka, thank you for that little bit of insight, although I kind of already knew that. Ligia, you answer the phone, and then I'll talk to my sister.
I'm about to go deaf.
Wait, there was nothing on the handle.
Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
Why is he calling?
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw.
Oh.
If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye.
Okay.
I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
Goodbye, Rasputin. That was an... I mean, I guess he'd never seen a telephone. This is a relatively new invention. Alright, let's talk to Ligia, my sister. Is she my twin?
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire?
She's wearing pants.
Is there any way I can help?
Ask about the woman's trace you found in the study. Yeah.
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
What?
Who is she? And what did Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
Oh. What's a soiree? I don't speak that language.
What's a soiree?
How long did you say you lived with Mother in Paris? Just a party, if you like. Do you know what that is?
Very funny.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
What's wrong with my head and face? I like the way they look. Alright, the reptilian bash. Is that what we're calling it? Alright. Green Square, the garden. Huh. It looks like I have 2 more Salvatores to find, or possibly 6. Or, if the 4 that I will eventually have will evolve or change, or if you enjoyed what's going on so far and what you've seen, don't forget to give a like and subscribe so you know the next time I put something out and the story continues of Victor and the Thaumaturge. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm liking the story and the intrigue. I'm curious where it's going. I do find it entertaining that every time I read a bit of exposition, background, or information, it adds to my experience, and I'm just leveling up like crazy, which makes me wonder what's gonna happen when I get more Salvatores to figure out for my future encounters, and will I meet other Thaumaturges, and will I combat them? I don't know. So yeah, stay tuned for next time. And in the meantime, you have yourselves a nice everything. Bye. Mason, no talking.